It really is a beautiful day here in the harbour at Mornington. There's a slight onshore breeze and it's creating a bit of a ripple on the water, but really it's ideal for learning to stand up paddleboard. But before we hit the water, we'll just do a quick run through of some of the equipment. Let's start with the stand-up paddleboard itself. This is a short board, generally designed for surfing, but it's fine for a day like this in the harbour in flat water. Running through the basics, we've got the tail, the nose, the deck pad, and the carry grip. One thing about the carry grip, which is really important to remember, it's a good place to remember where to locate your feet, because it's basically the center of the board in terms of the weight distribution. Underneath, we've got the fins. This particular board is a quad setup, 4 fins, and you'll see some boards have one large center fin, some will have 3, some will have 2. Generally in flat water, it doesn't make a lot of difference. Now we'll talk about the paddle. One important thing to remember with the stand-up paddle is the blade is angled in a certain direction, and the angle always goes forward. A good way to remember that is put a sticker on the front of the paddle, so that it angles forward. We'll talk about how to actually paddle and how to start with the paddle when we get out in the water. One more piece of advice before we hit the water, and it's about safety. A lot of stand-up paddle boarders will wear safety vests, but being a surfer, you generally wouldn't wear one out in the surf. Most surfers would wear a leg rope on a stand-up paddleboard. And these are great for most conditions, unless you're in a river and there's rapids, and then they can be quite dangerous because they'll snag on the rocks. But in most situations, it's a great little piece of safety equipment to have. With the leg rope itself, there's 2 ends. One end attaches to the board and the other end attaches to your ankle. It goes on the rear ankle, and that obviously depends when you're surfing which way you stand, whether you're a goofy footer or a natural footer. I'm a goofy footer, so this will go on my left foot, goes around here like that for quick release. When we attach it to the board, it attaches to the rear of the board, and there's this little string here. It'll either be attached to the board or there'll be one on the leg rope which you thread through. There's one already attached to this board, so we just thread this through like this. It's Velcro, we hook it over. I'll attach this to my left foot. And we're ready to go.